Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever Halloween tutorial. I kind of felt inspiration to do this look with, you know, all the Halloween tutorials that are out there right now. I was like, I need to do something, like something at least easy, something I could just, you know, kind of do with eyeshadow, I don't know, whatever. So I just had makeup on the other day already, but I was like, why don't I do half my face, like do something to half of my face? So I just decided, okay, like let me try a skull and see how that works. Like I really don't know, didn't know where I was going with it. I just kind of kept, like I just started with the black smoky eye, and then it just kind of get bigger, and then the teeth came in and stuff like that. I just used about, let's see, I basically only used white eyeliner, black eyeliner, highlighter, white eyeshadow, and black eyeshadow, and that's pretty much it. The rest, you know, you could do to your liking, or you could do your whole face or anything like that. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit glam and like normal, I guess, on one side, and then kind of like, you know, the Halloweenish on the other side. This is a look for like something like if you're gonna go trick-or-treating with your kids or something like that. Like last year, I was a cat, and I am gonna be one this year again, but I was a cat last year when I went trick-or-treating with Gabriel, my son, and I just basically wore like a black top, spandex, kitty ears, and then do like whiskers and stuff. So I was like, maybe this year I could do something a little more drastic, you know what I mean? It is Halloween, so I was like, let's just see where it goes. And I Snapchatted it, I put it on Instagram, and I got a lot of good feedback. So I was like, you know what, let me just record it and at least have one Halloween video out there, because there's so many good ones, so many good ones. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing them, and they're slaying your life everywhere because they're slaying mine. But yeah, so if you guys want to see how I got this look exactly, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so starting with the tutorial, I already have my glam side pretty much done other than foundation. I just wanted to get that out the way because I didn't want this video to be longer than it needs to be. But I'll leave all the details of the eyeshadows I used down below. And now I'm just adding primer to my face, which is the Makeup Forever Equalizing Primer. And I have to say, this primer is really bomb. It made my foundation, even my Maybelline foundation, which is obviously drugstore, it made it look really, 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 really good. I want to try it out a few more times, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts on it. But yeah, so I'm going in with my Maybelline foundation in my shade on my glam side of my face. On the other side of my face, I'm gonna go in with a lighter foundation just because I had it. I mean, you don't have to do that, but if you have, like, I don't know, a Sephora order and you got a really light foundation, you're like, what am I gonna do with this? Use it for your skull, because skulls generally are white. So you kind of want to stick to that kind of a theme, you know. I don't want it to be so, or I didn't want it to be white. I didn't want to use white paint. This is more of a tutorial of like a last minute, like, oh shit, I got invited to a party kind of tutorial. I need to just kind of throw something together. So I wanted it to be products that you would probably already have at home. So just taking my Maybelline concealer like usual, and I'm adding that on my glam side, just in my chin and under my eye. I'm not going to go down my nose and do the most because I'm going to put a lot of black everywhere, so it just makes no sense. But yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm going to set it with my Airspun powder, and then set my forehead. But on the other side of my face, I'm setting my whole face, because you're using black and you don't want it to end up looking really sketchy or nasty because you didn't set your foundation. So I did a little bit of contouring and then finished off my face, blush, highlight, and everything on the Glam side. Then I primed my eye with soft ochre on the skull side, and now going in with Isabel from the Master Palette by Mario, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette with him. I took Isabel and I'm putting that down first just because I like the look of it being a little bit like that orangey brown kind of rusty color first and then blending out into the black. So I went ahead and I laid that down first, and then I just went in with the black. I'll have all details and brushes down below, but mostly fluffy brushes. You're going to be using blending brushes, and yeah, so just go in with the black, and that's about it, guys. I mean, honestly, it's kind of self-explanatory and it's pretty simple. So yeah, you could just go ahead and keep on watching. I also went in with It Cosmetics. This is the black eyeliner, the No Tug waterproof eyeliner from them. And you just want to use any eyeliner you have. Any black eyeliner is fine to go into the waterline and your tight line. So now for another fun part, I'm taking use any thin brush you have. This is an angled brush, but it's a thin angled brush, and you want to make those frown lines in your forehead and just follow your natural frown line and kind of just shade it in. You know, I think the rounder you go, the better, because the first time I did this, I kind of did it a little bit more straight up and it didn't look as good, and this time I did it a little more round at the eyebrow and it just looks so much better. So go ahead and do that, taper off at the end so it kind of just goes into your face, and that's pretty much it for that part. So now for the teeth, I'm using a NYX white eyeliner. You could use the NYX Jumbo Pencil. You could use an LA Girl white eyeliner. Whatever. There's so many out there. I just was at Target, so I picked this one up. I was actually looking for the Jumbo Pencil, but they didn't have it, so I settled for this one. And honestly, I'm glad I did, because the Jumbo Pencil I feel like might have been a little too thick. So I didn't want that. But when you're doing the teeth, just, how can I explain it? Just think of like a triangle kind of, you know, but you see that the first two teeth I connected the ends and the rest of them I'm not. It's because I kind of like messed up, but you know, you just keep going. We're gonna blend it out later just with our finger, and there's so much more shading and stuff you're gonna do that it's not even gonna matter if you start messing up. That's the beauty of doing a skull, is that you can mess up and it's like you really can't even tell, because the skull is so kind of, you know, like rough and rugged, and you don't really need to be so precise and like glam with it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just going ahead and drawing the teeth here. You see, as I kept going, they started looking more like teeth, getting a little bit better. But yeah, you guys, it's all trial and error. Just don't give up when you're at this point, because the first time I did this, I kind of wanted to, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not even doing it right. But once you start shading it with black and filling it more in with white, it looks so much better. So just go ahead and do that. This is just a general outline for now, because I am going to go back in and do the black like in my contour and stuff, but I wanted to get the general outline of where my teeth placement was going to be. So I just did it with white, just because black is a little bit harder to smudge out. So now going in with an angled brush and just again black eyeshadow, I am contouring like how you normally would in all the hollows of my cheek, and then on my forehead and under my, and on my jawline obviously. So I wanted to go kind of down my neck to give it that shadow like it's just a skull head, you know what I mean, like on a like just black base, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but so I just went in with the contour all the way down. And yeah, when you go into the contour for the head, like for your hairline part, which I'll be doing right now in a second, you want to go, there's like a little hollow of a dip in your actual skull. So just look at your head and pinpoint where that's at. It's usually by like where your baby hairs are at. You'll see me do it right now. And yeah, you want to go ahead and go into that part of your head, not the temple, because the temple is like, you don't want it to be too black with black. So yeah, you guys just kind of do a lot of shading, do a lot of shadow, do it messy. It's not even a big old deal. Like I'm telling you, it's once you try this for yourself, you're gonna be like, damn, that was really simple. But yeah, so here I am doing the hair. You see how I just kind of did it in that one spot, and then I faded it out, like continued to fade it out everywhere else and flicked it. You know, you just kind of want it generally right there in your hairline at the darkest part, you know. And that's pretty much it for the skull head. Okay, now taking a black eyeliner. This is not the same It Cosmetics one. This is just a random one that I've gotten like from an Ipsy bag. I just didn't want to put the one I was putting on my eye, putting that one on my face as well, because you know, bacteria and germs and stuff. So I am using a separate one for this. So I'm just outlining the teeth now, like really trying to define them. And you see, as where I did with the white, I connected the ones in the front. This time I didn't with the black. So yeah, just don't connect the tips, you know, and think of a triangle. That's the easiest way I can explain doing teeth to you. There's so many better videos on explanations and stuff. You guys could look that up for reference. But yeah, so just shade them in, then take your finger and blend out the very edge, you know. This is just like an easy way to just blend it, you know, just smudge it with your finger. Like I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna smudge it with my finger and blend it out. So do that. Now I'm shading it with white. I'm just gonna be going back and forth really with the white and the black, and yeah, just shading, darkening, and then lightening it with white and going in between the teeth, all of it. So, you know, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. I'll probably stop talking now and just let you guys watch the rest of the video. So I'm not gonna stop talking, but anyway, I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done explaining, but I just wanted to explain this one last part and show you guys that I was shading in between the teeth, going right in the V, like the V where the teeth connect, because that will just define them even more and give it that more shaded, like they're actually teeth kind of a look, and give it kind of like a three-dimensional, I guess, type of look. Just shade it at the point of the V and then blend it out as you go towards the end of the teeth, and then again smudging and doing all that. But yeah, so just continue to do that within each crevice of the teeth. So I just shaded in with the white eyeshadow. Use any white eyeshadow you have. I just used the one from the Tartelette 2 palette. And now I'm going in with the Kat Von D eyeliner in Trooper. It's a really old one that I have. It's pretty dried out, so I just kind of was like, okay, well, I want a little bit more definition in between the teeth, so I use that. Like I said, I don't want to be using one that I'm putting on my eye. So if you don't have one that's old, then just buy like the NYX, the NYC liquid liner. Buy that one and use that one. It's like $1 or $2 at Target, and yeah, just a cheap, inexpensive way. But I'm pretty sure we all have that old eyeliner that we don't want to throw away yet, so I just used it for this look, and that was about it, guys. Okay guys, so I highlighted my whole face. I mean, you don't have to do that. You could go ahead and use like white eyeshadow just to put the highlights, and that's perfectly fine if you don't want it shimmery. Just do it to your liking, you know, take bits and pieces from this video. And yeah, now adding some lashes and mascara, and that's about it for this Halloween tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching.